Right. Honestly, today was a pretty quiet day. Like it was just I'm at home. Um, I worked most of the day. There's nothing like particularly exciting. I I I was coding for a lot of it. I was also really tired. I think I built up some fatigue over the last few days, which I don't know if it came from working or just from not getting the best sleep, but I ended up actually passing out in the afternoon, and what was meant to be a 20-minute nap turned into like an hour and a half. But I was so exhausted, like I fell asleep like really deep, really quickly, and so I just kind of let myself because I knew that it was going to be better. And by the time I woke up, I was then able to like I was able to focus way better, and so it ended up being pretty worth it. But so like I had built up some of that, and I was struggling to concentrate as well. I also had to get up early in the morning because I had a driving lesson. So um, yeah, but right now like it's a lot of just rinse and repeat. This is like I've been at home for the past I don't know how many days I've lost count. Like, but I don't really go out. Like I stopped going to the gym outside as well. I work out at home now because I don't have a license just yet. So I'm still working on my driver's license, which here in Portugal takes a long time to get. It takes a very long time. It takes 28 theory lessons and 32 driving lessons. It's like ridiculously long. I've been doing it since January actually, and because of my travels, it makes it harder because I can't like have lessons all the time. But I've booked things out, so I'll finish my lessons before I head back to London. But that means that like for the time being, I can't drive around. My grandpa is so I'm just here by myself with my grandpa, and I'm here to like keep him company. Um, also to do the driving lessons, but he's sick as well, and so driving around is not the most fun sometimes. Like he's got a chronic illness, and so he spends a lot of time in the hospital and stuff. And so, um, yeah, I decided to start doing workouts at home so that I don't have to ask him to go to the gym and stuff, and so that I also like, you know, I like I can obviously grab Ubers and Bolts and whatever to move around, but like if I'm going to the gym back and forth and then I gotta wait for it, it's too much hassle, right? Um, and so, I've started making workouts at home. I got some weights and just been using them. And like, I'm just at home pretty much every day, all day. Like, I walk my dog. That's the one time that I spend out of the house. But other than that, like, I'm just working. Um, yeah. I mean, to me, though, like, it's fine. Like, I definitely get bored of it eventually. But I'm also a guy who enjoys spending a lot of time in my room with my laptop. Like I really do. And just doing interesting stuff, like working on interesting things. I tried video editing the first time over this past weekend, and that was like for an idea that I want to try out, and that was pretty fun, to be honest. Like I like creating stuff, and like I was thinking about this the other day, but like it feels like a big summer holiday, to be honest, because this is what I spent a lot of my summers doing. Like I would come here every single summer to this house, with my grandparents. And there was one summer in particular, I decided that I wanted to learn chemistry. I was in what, year 10 at the time? So ninth grade, for those of you who are in America. I was in ninth grade, and I decided that I wanted to learn 12th grade, 11th grade chemistry. Wait, no, scratch that. I was going like year 8 to year 9, year 9 to year 10, something along those lines. Anyway, the point being, I was relatively young, and I just decided that I wanted to learn like borderline college level chemistry or whatever Crash Course does, which was pretty advanced at the time. And I was annoyed because my teacher refused to teach me that stuff. He was like, we'll get there later. And I just decided that I wanted to study it over the summer. And I wrote this like huge document all about what I had learned. Well, I just went through all the Crash Course videos and I took notes and I made this massive document. And I spent the summer just kind of like here, doing this kind of stuff, like on my laptop most of the time. And I would have had more like family things to do because during the summer there's more of my family's around and whatever. But yeah, like I don't mind it. Like it's also not the most glamorous thing. Like it's not something I want to do indefinitely, right? But there are seasons. There are seasons for all kinds of things. Um, but yeah, this I think is the part that maybe a lot of people don't acknowledge about, like, if you want to run an online thing and have it be super remote wherever you want and whenever you want, and it's your business and all this stuff. Well, what that means is sometimes you're just working by yourself for, like, 10 hours a day for an entire week. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, as long as that sounds like a thing that you'd be willing to do, then sure, go for it. I also think, like, if I wasn't doing work that I genuinely enjoy, I'd really struggle to do it for this long. But I mean, I like what I do, so I'm good with it. Um, but anyway, I was a little bit tired, and I'm currently putting together kind of a list of better ideas for videos. So if anybody does watch this and has things that they'd like me to speak on, comment, because I pay attention to comments and I use those for video ideas. But other than that, I'd say, like, today has been a pretty simple day, and so I thought I'd just record a small update, and then kind of come up with some better ideas for tomorrow, because right now I'm pretty low energy as well. So I'm just gonna head to sleep. It's like 1 a.m. here. So yeah, that's pretty much it.